teary-eyed a little bit. So you have to make a conscious decision not to go back. Why is this? Okay? Man up, stand up are growing phases. Men. They're growing phases. When you grow, you don't regress. Okay? Man up, stand up are growing phases. When you get to turn up, you have to make a conscious decision to not go back. Turn up, listen to me, is not a validation point. Do you hear me when I say this? Turn up is not a validation point. What do you mean? Alfred, I have a bag back there. Can you bring that? This is your man up, stand up. All that stuff you can turn from. Right here. Okay? About to tell you guys a story nobody in my church knows about. Nobody have a heart for the men, so I always wait to say stuff just so y'all we can bring it when we speak. So let me hear what he's about to say. I don't really say too much. The only person knows is my wife. Me and my wife have been married 7 years. I didn't tell her 3 years into the marriage. So when I was a kid, some of y'all look like I'm 32, so I'm telling you I might still be a kid. A lot of people. When I was a kid, 3rd grade, going into 4th grade, my mother and father had a gun in the house. I had a 5-year-old brother. Okay? Kids, we get a hold of the gun, playing with the gun goes off. Shoots my little brother in the head. Don't know what's going on. Mind you, I'm 3rd grade, about to go into 4th grade. Okay? And so, he's walking, floating around, don't really know what's going on. I call 911. They come get him. I lied to the cops because where I come from, I'm South Sac, Meadowview, Oak Park, all that. So we talk cops. No. You tell them what you need to tell them. They're gonna kill you, So I lied. And then they took me in the room. 3 cops, 3rd grade, about to go into 4th grade, took me in the room, put me in handcuffs, and said, "We know what you did. You're gonna go to jail for life. They're gonna kill you in jail." That's what they told me. 3rd grade, about to go into 4th grade. The worst thing I've ever seen in my life was when my little brother passed, 5 years old. I got to watch my mom wash him for the last time. Wash him. She just didn't want the doctors to take him, so they washed him. She washed him, and she was just speaking over him. During that time, California was trying to create gun laws, where if you have a gun in the house and something happens to your kids, you can be prosecuted. So when this happened, all over the news. My family starts fighting, okay? I hear stuff in the news like it was a jealous kid. He shot his brother on purpose. I love my little brother. That had nothing to do with it. But see, when people hear stuff, when seeds are planted, people start to run with it. My family starts separating. Lovely family, we start separating. My father, because it was his gun, he didn't know how to address me no more. My mom, she loved me, but she just lost her son. People are like, why would they do it? There ain't no rule books to being a parent. Okay? I don't be upset with them because of that. It's part of my growth, part of my character as a man. So all this starts happening, and at the funeral, my mom was sitting at the funeral, and she's yelling, "I ain't got no reason to live anymore. I have no reason to live anymore. I'm about to go into 4th grade. About to go into 4th grade. I'm here. I'm here. Why would you say something like that? Don't worry about tears. I'm growing in front of you. Don't worry about that. I'm just trying to show you." So, fast forward on. Man up, stand up, turn up. Right? This is why I tell you, you don't go back. Because what we don't talk about is all this stuff that you didn't man up from and you stood up from. Right? That's what we don't talk about. We talk about these phases after, but we don't talk about what's in this bag. Because there's a possibility you can try, or somebody can try to take you back to this bag. Your old neighborhood, your friends, all this stuff. The people who knew what you was at some point in time. People that said this was what you was going to be. Right? So I'm sitting here. Fast forward, I'm in high school. Blue chip athlete. Football. Boy, you don't know. I was kidding. Okay? Get a letter in the mail. College-bound student athletes. I'll never forget it. It's a recruiting agency. We're going to send somebody to do your essay, help you do your SATs. We're going to send somebody to work you out. We're going to make sure that when colleges come out, you're ready to go. I send it to my mom. Let my mom and my dad see it. It was like the family starting to come back together. My mom giving me pictures of Jaguars. My dad giving me a picture of a Ferrari. My mom telling me, hey, this is what we think about when we live. Auntie's coming back. I'm like, oh, I found something to right my wrong. Now here's the problem with that. Right my wrong. There's no wrong in it, but this is what we do because we look at this as our wrongs. I'm trying to tell you, this is your character. This is how you grew up. Things that have happened to you. It's not about being wrong. This is what turns you into the man you were. This is how you sustain some of those things that come after you. But the problem is, if you don't realize that and you let people bring this to you, you always go back to these other phases. What do I mean by that? I'm thinking I'm about to go to college. I ended up, for my senior year, having 2 knee surgeries. Because I'm just trying to keep this football. I had a reconstructive knee surgery and another clean-out surgery. I'm 32 years old. I done had 3 reconstructive surgeries on my knee. Okay? Don't get me wrong, I'm still running. I don't go in the parking lot. You know, I still got it. Okay? But every time I do something great, this is what happens. Man, my turn up phase, about to take the family, I got something great. I got it. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me go back to what has happened. Do y'all see? Y'all see?